The night over Gotham City was as dark and cold as the soul of the city itself. The towering skyscrapers cast long, twisted shadows over the rain-slick streets. The city, battered by crime and corruption, seemed almost to hold its breath, as if waiting for a storm far worse than any storm before. Bruce Wayne stood silently in the depths of the Batcave, his piercing eyes fixed on the glowing holoscreen before him. Data streamed across the surface, revealing something he had never seen before. An unidentified object entering the upper atmosphere. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a satellite. It was something else, something alien. For weeks, strange signals had pulsed through Gotham's underground frequencies. The usual chatter of gangs and police radio had been overshadowed by bursts of unknown transmissions. They defied every known encryption, every pattern of human or earthly technology. The Batman had known better than to ignore such anomalies. This was no ordinary threat. Outside the city, the skies began to tear open with strange ripples of energy, shimmering like tears in reality itself. From the breach, a colossal vessel descended, vast beyond comprehension, dark, angular, and humming with ominous power. The vessel hung over Gotham like a silent predator, blotting out the moon and stars. Inside the command chamber of the ship, a figure emerged, tall, slender, clad in armor that seemed forged from the void itself. His eyes glowed an unnatural blue, and his voice echoed cold and mechanical, yet tinged with malice. "We have arrived at the planet of the Bat." The alien commander spoke in a voice that resonated through the ship's vast halls. "The guardians of this world shall fall. Gotham will be our first conquest." Back in the Batcave, Bruce activated every sensor, every satellite, every drone he could muster. His mind raced through every contingency, every ally, every weapon at his disposal. The city's fragile peace was about to shatter. Outside the alien vessel deployed smaller crafts, sleek black ships that descended swiftly into Gotham's heart. Shadows moved through the streets, but these were no ordinary shadows. There were soldiers augmented with technology beyond human comprehension, equipped with weaponry that warped reality. The first encounters were brutal. A patrol of Gotham's finest was ambushed in the alleyways. Officers disappeared without a trace, their radios crackling with terror before silence. Batman appeared like a ghost, his cape billowing, his eyes fierce with determination. His every movement was calculated, swift, and relentless. He fought not only with fists and gadgets, but with the mind of a detective, unraveling the aliens' technology piece by piece. But this enemy was unlike any he had faced before. They didn't just attack, they assimilated. Reports came in of people vanishing, only to reappear moments later changed, their eyes glowing faintly, their behavior robotic and cold. Gotham was becoming a battleground not just for survival, but for the soul of its people. Deep beneath the city, in the labyrinthine tunnels of the Batcave, Bruce stared at the holographic map. "This isn't just an invasion," he muttered. "It's a takeover." The alien technology was seeping into Gotham's infrastructure, corrupting everything it touched. Time was running out. He sent out a coded message to his allies, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Commissioner Gordon. We need every edge we have. This fight is bigger than Gotham. It's a war for the future. The alien commander's voice echoed again through the city's comms, distorted but clear. Resistance is futile. Submit or be consumed. Batman clenched his jaw. This city doesn't know the meaning of surrender. The battle for Gotham had begun. The alien vessel's presence disrupted Gotham's delicate balance, sowing fear in every corner of the city. The streets that once echoed with the distant wail of sirens now buzzed with a different kind of terroran, unnatural hum that vibrated through the very concrete dot. Mayor Hill convened an emergency meeting in the city's command center. Her voice tight as she addressed Commissioner Gordon and the city's top officials. "We have no idea what we're dealing with," she said, eyes flicking nervously to the live feeds of the invading crafts slicing through the night sky. "But this is unlike any threat Gotham's faced." Gordon's jaw was set, his veteran instincts telling him to prepare for the worst. "We're coordinating with the military, but these alien ships, they're too advanced. Our weapons barely scratch their shields." Meanwhile, in the shadowy recesses of Arkham Asylum, the city's most notorious villains watched the unfolding chaos with keen interest. The Joker, perched on a rusted radiator, chuckled softly. "Well, Batsy," he murmured, voice dripping with malice, "looks like your city's got a new kind of crazy to deal with." Across the hall, Poison Ivy's eyes gleamed green with a mix of curiosity and caution. "This invasion may be the catalyst Gotham needs," she whispered. "Perhaps the city will finally be cleansed." But for Batman, the looming alien threat was personal. Every life lost, every building shattered, was a challenge to the order he swore to protect. He reached out to Lucius Fox at Wayne Enterprises, demanding every prototype weapon and surveillance drone be deployed. "There's no room for error," Bruce told his trusted confidant. "They adapt quickly. We need tech that can match their evolution." Lucius responded with his usual calm professionalism. "We're retrofitting some of the drone AI with adaptive combat algorithms. They'll learn on the fly." As the night deepened, Batman took to the streets, his cape a black blur against the neon glow, his presence a beacon of hope amid encroaching despair. His first encounter with the alien foot soldiers was brutal. These creatures moved with unnatural speed and precision, their armor shimmering with an iridescent sheen that seemed to absorb light. Batman's batarangs found their mark, disrupting their energy shields temporarily, but the soldiers quickly adapted, deploying pulse grenades that disoriented even the dark night. He barely dodged an energy blade that sliced through the alley wall, sending shards of brick raining down. Retreating to a safer vantage point, Batman analyzed their tactics. "They're learning from each engagement," he muttered. "This isn't a simple invasion force. It's a hive mind adapting in real time." Elsewhere, Nightwing coordinated rescue efforts in the city's east end, guiding civilians away from the alien landing zones. Batgirl hacked into the invaders' communication network, uncovering fragments of data hinting at a larger plan. They're not just here for Gotham, Barbara reported. They're scouting for something ... something beneath the city. Commissioner Gordon stood by the rooftop of the GCPD headquarters, his gaze locked on the alien mothership above. Batman always said Gotham's secrets run deep, he said grimly into his radio. Maybe this time, those secrets are what saved us in the depths below Gotham, far older than the city itself. Ancient tunnels and catacombs stirred. The alien presence had triggered dormant defense mechanisms long forgotten by time. Suddenly, the ground trembled. Flare from the shadows. Enigmatic symbols glowed faintly along the cavern wall's ancient runes. Awakening to an unprecedented threat, Batman descended into the underground, his senses alert. The city has faced monsters before, he thought. But this is something else. The alien commander's voice boomed again over Gotham's emergency frequencies. You cannot hide in the shadows, Batman. We will find you, and when we do, the city will fall. But the Batman was no stranger to darkness. He vanished into the labyrinth beneath the city, ready to confront the enemy, not just above, but below as well. The tunnels beneath Gotham were a labyrinth older than the city itself, forgotten to time but not to fate. As Batman navigated the winding passageways, his every step echoed with the weight of centuries of silence, a silence now broken by the alien presence. His eyes, enhanced with infrared vision, scanned the strange glyphs, glowing with an eerie blue light, lined the walls. Symbols of a power ancient and arcane, warning and protecting in equal measure. His gloved hand brushed against one of the runes, and a low hum vibrated through the air, a resonance that seemed to respond to the alien technology pulsing above deep within the bowels of Gotham. In a hidden chamber, untouched by time, a dormant mechanism stirred. The alien vessel's descent triggered a ripple through the city's very foundation. From the darkness emerged a figure cloaked in shadow and mystery, an entity neither man nor machine, but something forged in the crucible of Gotham's deepest secret. Batman's breath caught. "You're awake," he said, voice low but steady. The figure nodded, eyes glowing with ancient light. "I have waited centuries for this moment." Meanwhile, above ground, chaos reigned. The alien forces intensified, their assault deploying wave after wave of advanced drones and soldiers. Gotham's defenses faltered under the relentless pressure, but its protector refused to yield. Nightwing and Batgirl worked tirelessly, coordinating with the GCPD to evacuate civilians and launch counterattacks. Barbara's fingers danced across her keyboard, breaking through layers of alien encryption. Each success brought new revelations. The invaders were searching for a device buried beneath Gotham, a weapon of immense power, capable of turning the tide of any conflict. Commissioner Gordon relayed this intel to Batman via encrypted channel. "We have to find it first," Batman said grimly. "If they control that weapon, Gotham will fall beyond salvation." Back in the catacombs, the ancient figure revealed himself a guardian, bound to protect Gotham from threats beyond human understanding. Long ago, he explained. This city was built atop a convergence of energies, a nexus point between worlds. The device you seek lies at its heart. Batman listened, absorbing the weight of the revelation. His mission had devolved. It was no longer just defense. It was a race against time to secure a power that could either save or doom the city. As the alien commander orchestrated his forces from the shadows of his mothership, he sensed the awakening below. "Seal the perimeter," he commanded coldly. "Find the Guardian and retrieve the device at all costs." The battle raged across Gotham's streets, explosions lighting the night sky. The roar of engines, the clash of alien technology and human will. Batman, Nightwing, Batgirl, and the Guardian moved through the underworld, confronting traps, alien sentinels, and the creeping influence of the invaders. The Guardian's knowledge proved invaluable, guiding them through ancient passages and hidden defenses. Yet, with every step, the aliens closed in. At the edge of the device's chamber, the team faced a final Guardian, a biomechanical sentinel towering with lethal grace. The fight was fierce. Batman's strategy and combat prowess combined with Nightwing's agility and Batgirl's tech skills in a symphony of resistance. The Sentinel fell, but not without cost, injuries, exhaustion, and the ever-looming threat of the alien commander, arriving inside the chamber. The device pulsed with raw energy, a crystalline orb that shimmered with power beyond comprehension. Batman reached out, feeling the weight of responsibility settle like armor. Gotham's fate depends on what we do next. Outside, the alien mothership unleashed its full fury, bombarding the city with devastating beams of energy. The heroes knew their time was running out. The struggle for Gotham had only just begun. The crystalline orb pulsed with a rhythm that echoed the heartbeat of the city itself, ancient, powerful, and dangerously unstable. Batman's gloved fingers hovered over its surface, feeling a surge of energy course through the chamber. This was the key to Gotham's salvation, or its destruction. Outside, the sky was ablaze. The alien mothership, a colossal fortress of gleaming metal and shifting light, unleashed torrents of energy that carved through the skyline. Buildings crumbled, and screams filled the air as Gotham's defenses struggled to hold. But the heroes had a plan, with the Guardian guiding them. Batman, Nightwing, and Batgirl raced back through the underground tunnels, the device secured in a protective casing. Every second was precious. The aliens would not give up their prize without a final, devastating assault. As they emerged into the city streets, they were met with a battlefield transformed. The alien foot soldiers had grown bolder, more aggressive, their adaptive technology, making them almost unstoppable. Yet the presence of the orb seemed to bolster the defenders, a beacon of hope amid the chaos. Batman's voice cut through the comms, steady and commanding. "Focus on protecting the device. We hold here, or Gotham falls." Nightwing led a squad of elite officers, creating a defensive perimeter, while Batgirl hacked into the alien network, scrambling their communications and buying precious time. The alien commander materialized amidst The fray, a towering figure of armor and wrath, wielding weapons that crackled with otherworldly energy. His gaze locked onto Batman. "You have something that does not belong to you," he growled. "Surrender it, and I may yet spare this world." Batman's reply was cold steel. "Gotham doesn't surrender." The final battle erupted beneath the ruined spires of Gotham Tower. A clash of titans in a city on the brink. Batman's strategic brilliance met the alien commander's raw power head-on. Each blow shook the ground, sending debris raining down like deadly hail. Meanwhile, Batgirl's cyber warfare created openings, while Nightwing's precision strikes tore through the alien ranks. As the fight wore on, Batman realized the device was not merely a weapon, but a conduit, a bridge between dimensions, capable of summoning or banishing forces beyond mortal comprehension. The alien commander sought to harness it, to tip the scales in his conquest. But Batman had one final gambit, calling upon the device's power. He channeled Gotham's spirit, the resilience, the shadows, the unyielding heart of its people. A brilliant wave of energy exploded outward, engulfing the battlefield in light and shadow intertwined. The alien commander screamed in fury as his armor cracked, his form destabilizing under the pure force of Gotham's defense. With a final, desperate strike, Batman incapacitated him, sending the invader crashing into the rubble. Silence fell. The alien ships, deprived of their leader and their prize, began to withdraw. The mothership lifted, fading into the stars from whence it came. Gotham stood battered but unbroken dot in the aftermath. The city's heroes gathered atop the ruined skyline, eyes turned toward the horizon dot. Batman held the crystalline orb carefully. "This isn't the end," he said softly. "But as long as Gotham has its guardians, it will never fall." Nightwing smiled grimly. "Darkness always finds a way to fight back." Batgirl nodded, her fingers still glowing faintly with the echoes of the alien network. "We'll be ready." And in the shadows, the ancient guardian vanished as mysteriously as he had come, his duty fulfilled for now. Gotham's night was quiet once more, but the city's pulse beat stronger, its legacy of shadows and heroes alive and eternal. The city never truly slept. Gotham's veins pulsed with whispered secrets and restless shadows. Bruce moved like a ghost across the rooftops, his cape blending seamlessly with the night. His every sense was alert, every instinct honed. Something was out there, something foreign, something deadly, back in the Batcave. Encrypted feeds, spilled data, bursts of unidentified signals, untraceable and alien in origin. Bruce frowned beneath his mask. The technology was unlike anything on Earth, advanced, adaptive, calculated. He reached for the comlink, voice low. "Oracle, patch me into every active surveillance drone. I want eyes everywhere." Barbara Gordon's calm voice replied instantly. "Already on it. Feeds alive. But whatever this is, it's good at hiding." Across the city, Boba Fett moved with cold precision, his footsteps silent on Gotham's rain-slick stone. The dark night was close. He could feel it. Fett's visor glowed softly in the darkness, scanning for heat signatures. Every shadow was a potential threat. Every corner a possible ambush. This was a city ruled by fear and order, a place where legends lived and died. The hunter was ready, but so was the hunted in a narrow alleyway. A sudden flicker of movement caught Batman's eye. He pivoted, but Torung ready, but there was nothing, only the empty night, a calculated trap. A warning from above. Fett's gaze narrowed. Patience was a weapon, and Gotham was his hunting ground. The city held its breath. Two predators circled, each waiting for the other to make the first move. The rain hammered down, a relentless drum on Gotham's rooftops. Lightning flashed, illuminating a world drenched in shadow and steel. Batman moved with silent purpose. Every muscle coiled like a predator. The city was his domain, but tonight it felt unfamiliar, invaded. A flicker of motion caught his eye. A figure perched on the edge of a rooftop opposite him. Armor gleamed faintly in the neon glow. A helmeted visor locked onto his position. Boba Fett, the hunter, had revealed himself. Without hesitation, Batman launched a smoke bomb. Clouds of gray spilled across the rooftop, swallowing the space between them. Fett's thermal scanner flared, slicing through the smoke. He fired a burst from his blaster. The bolts seared through the air, narrowly, missing Batman's position that the chase was on. Batman darted between shadows, using every trick and tool at his disposal. Grappling hooks, smoke pellets, electric shocks, each met with calculated counters. Fett moved with ruthless efficiency, his jetpack propelling him over gaps, his wrist rockets ready to fire. A clash of titans played out under the stormy sky. Batman struck with precise blows, testing Fett's defenses. Fett responded with a flamethrower burst, forcing Batman to leap back. The air crackled with energy, the dance of hunter and hunted pushing both to their limits. For a moment, time slowed. Visor met cowl. Two warriors locked in deadly balance. Fett's voice crackled through his cold and unwavering. You're skilled, but this ends tonight. Batman's reply was a low growl. In Gotham, the night fights back. The rain had eased to a drizzle, but the tension thickened like fog over Gotham's skyline. Both hunters retreated briefly to reassess, wounds tended, strategies rewritten. In the dim light of the Batcave, Bruce analyzed the data from there. Encounter. Every shot fired. Every move made by Fett was catalogued, dissected. This isn't just a hunt, Bruce murmured. It's a war of minds. Meanwhile, high above the city, in the shadows of Slave Eye, Fett adjusted his visor's filters, reviewing the scans and thermal patterns of Batman's movements. This prey learns fast, he admitted quietly, but so do I. The city below was a chessboard. Each alley, rooftop, and dark corner, a square on the board. Batman deployed decoys, holograms flickering in the mist, false heat signatures dancing over the rooftops. Fett's single quotes, sensors strained, filtering out noise, searching for the real target. Fett struck back with EMP pulses, disrupting surveillance. drones and plunging sections of the city into temporary blackout. Batman adapted instantly, switching to analog tactics, shadows over tech. The game intensified at one point. A trap sprung Batman's gauntlet, released a net woven with electrified filaments. Fett dodged just in time, activating a repulsor shield that shimmered against the crackling mesh dot. They were equals, locked in a deadly ballet. In a rare moment of pause, Fett's voice echoed again, almost intrigued. "You're not like the others I've hunted." Batman's eyes narrowed, voice low. "Neither are you." Outside, Gotham held its breath. The city, unaware that its fate hung in the balance of this silent war. The rain had stopped, leaving Gotham slick and gleaming beneath the pale light of the moon. But beneath the calm, storm clouds gathered in two parts. In the shadows of an abandoned warehouse, Batman watched from above, his keen eyes tracking every movement of the armored hunter below. Boba Fett moved with measured purpose, scanning, searching. His helmet's HUD pulsed faintly, a constant reminder of the contract that bound him. "You don't know who sent me." Fett's voice echoed in the darkness, distorted yet resolute. "But I know what I'm paid to do." Batman's reply, clear, with calm, deliberate. "Whoever it is. They made a mistake coming here." The hunter paused, then slowly removed his helmet, revealing eyes sharp and weary. A warrior haunted by countless battles. "This isn't just a job," Fett admitted. "It's a reckoning, a chance to end a ghost." Bruce stepped out of the shadows, cape billowing like the night itself. "And what happens after you kill the ghost?" he asked. "Do you become the nightmare?" Fett's gaze hardened. "The universe owes me a debt, one I intend to collect." The two warriors stood face to face, not enemies, but reflections of each other's burdens. Behind them, Gotham's skyline glittered, unaware that the city's fate was tied to the outcome of this deadly encounter. The night deepened over Gotham, but the battle was far from over. Batman stood in the Batcave, flanked by Nightwing and Batgirl, each absorbed in their tasks. Screens flickered with real-time data, drone feeds, and tactical maps. "We're outnumbered," Nightwing said, voice tense. "Their tech adapts faster than we anticipated." Batgirl's fingers flew over her keyboard. "I'm scrambling, there comes now, but it's like playing whack-a-mole. Every signal blocked. Another pops up." Bruce's gaze hardened. "We need to keep Fett isolated. Draw him out. Trap him outside." The city's streets were alive with shadows moving in tandem. Gotham's defenders preparing for the storm to come. Meanwhile, above the chaos, Boba Fett adjusted his gear, readying for the next strike. His reputation was forged in battles across galaxy, but this hunt was different. There was respect and a grudging admiration for the Dark Knight's resolve. Their paths were destined to cross again, and when they did, the consequences would echo beyond Gotham's dark alleys. Rain lashed Gotham by streets once more, the city's heartbeat quickening beneath the storm. Boba Fett moved like a shadow through the alleyways, deploying gadgets unseen by any human eye, traps laced with alien tech, scanners that hummed softly in the dark. Batman stalked the rooftops above his cape, blending into the tempest. Their war was no longer just physical. It was a battle. Die of technology, will, and wit. Fett's wrist gauntlet unleashed a pulse, scrambling surveillance and cutting off communication lines. Batgirl's systems flickered. She cursed under her breath and scrambled to reroute. Batman anticipated the attack, launching an EMP blast of his own. The night exploded in cascades of light and shadow. In the ensuing chaos, Fett fired a rapid burst from his blaster, forcing Batman into a retreat. But Batman was not done. Using the city's architecture, he led Fett into a labyrinth of narrow passages and hidden traps. Each corner held a surprise, a batarang here, a smoke bomb there. Fett grinned beneath his helmet. "You're clever, but not enough." The chase surged onward to predators locked in a deadly dance, their minds pushing to the edge. The subterranean tunnels of Gotham swallowed sound and light. Dripping water echoed in the cavernous silence, broken only by the distant hum of alien tech. Batman moved ahead, his senses sharp as steel. Boba Fett was close behind, each step measured, calculated. The underground was a maze, shadows folding into shadows. Fett's visor scanned relentlessly, picking up faint energy signatures. "Running won't save you," he murmured into the darkness. Batman's reply was a whisper. "This city's shadows are older than your tech." Suddenly, the narrow passage opened into a vast chamber. Ancient glyphs glowed faintly on the walls, their light pulsing like a heartbeat in the center. A strange device hummed with raw power, the prize both hunters sought. Fett raised his blaster, but Batman was faster. A sudden clash, fists met armor, strength met precision. The fight was brutal, echoing off stone and steel. Fett's gadgets flared flamethrower, shock darts, grappling hooks. Batman countered with martial skill, gadgets, and unyielding will. Their battle was a clash of worlds. Ancient mysticism against cold technology, neither yielding ground. The chamber shook as Batman and Boba Fett collided with relentless force. Sparks flew where armor met gauntlet breaths, came hard and fast. Fett's wrist rockets fired in rapid succession, but Batman's agility turned death into dance. He flipped, rolled, and struck with precision honed by years in the shadows. Yet Fett's relentless assault pressed on you. "Bite like a legend," Fett growled. "But legends fall." Batman's eyes burned behind his cowl. "Not tonight." With a surge of strength, Batman disarmed Fett's blaster, sending it skittering across the floor. They grappled a brutal close-quarters battle of wills. Fett's helmet cracked from a vicious punch. For a moment, his face was exposed. Fierce, determined, haunted. Suddenly, the alien device pulsed wildly. Reacting to the conflict, energy surged, illuminating the chamber in blinding light. Batman seized the moment, activating the device's containment field. The energy calmed, the device secured. Fett staggered back, breathing heavy. "This isn't over," he warned. But for now, you win. The alien mothership retreated into the cold depths of space, its silhouette fading among the stars. Gotham lay battered but unbroken, its pulse steady, its shadows alive. Batman stood atop a rain-slick rooftop, the crystalline device secured in his grip. Nightwing and Batgirl flanked him, their faces marked by exhaustion and resolve. Boba Fett watched from the shadows below, his armor scarred, his mission incomplete but respected. "You fight with honor," Fett said quietly, voice low but sincere. Batman's gaze was steel. "This city has its protectors. We don't surrender." Fett nodded once, then vanished into the night, a hunter without a prey for now. Gotham's night was silent again, but the echoes of battle lingered. The city's heart beat strong, a testament to resilience, and in the darkness, its guardians remained vigilant.